An increase in home buyer demand has put Greater Vancouver in the upper reaches of a balanced real estate market. There were 3,286 transactions in May. This is up 14% compared to May of 2013. Home sales in Greater Vancouver exceeded 3,000 in both April and May. Prior to this, our market had not surpassed the 3,000 sales mark since June of 2011. There are currently just over 16,000 homes listed for sale on MLS today. This is down 6.7% compared to last May and is up 3.6% compared to April of this year. When we measure these stats against each other, we get a sales to active listing ratio of 20.4%. This is the first time the ratio has been above 20% since June of 2011. Generally, analysts say that downward pressure on home prices occur when the ratio dips below the 12% mark, while home prices often experience upward pressure when it reaches the 20 to 22% range in a particular community for a sustained period of time. Home prices have experienced consistent yet modest increases in our region since the beginning of 2013. Over this time, the benchmark price of residential property in Greater Vancouver has increased by 6%. The region's real estate market today sits on the cusp between a balanced and a seller's market. The figures used to reach this conclusion are based on aggregates of many different municipalities and neighborhoods. But what's driving this change? This brings us to the Realtor View, which highlights a specific insight or trend in the current market. This month, we're looking at driving forces. There's more home buyer demand today than at any point over the last 3 years. Whenever there's a change in the market, realtors are often asked, what's helping to drive the activity? Through the start of this year, no area has been stronger than Vancouver East. Vancouver East has been a seller's market for most of 2014. Its sale to active listing ratio sits at 30% and has been outpacing the region at 28% or higher since February. Remember, this ratio helps us identify how strong demand is in a given area. When it rises, homes tend to sell faster. Since February, detached homes in Vancouver East are taking 32 days to sell on average. Compare that to the nearly 47 days on average that it takes for a detached home to sell across Greater Vancouver. Home prices in Vancouver East have risen as much or more than virtually any other area within the Greater Vancouver over the last 5 years. When activity in the housing market begins to follow a different trend line, your realtor will help you assess what area, property type, or other variable is the driving force behind the change. Because when conditions change in the market, you may need to adapt your strategy in order to achieve your home buying or selling goals. For further housing and market information, go to the News and Statistics section of this website. For the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver, I'm Ray Harris.